back, children. This series of introduction to trigonometry is going to be very fruitful for you. Children, before doing anything, let's understand the application of trigonometry, and then I'll take you to the meaning of trigonometry or the definition of trigonometry. Children, trigonometry is used to find out the height of a tree or height at which a balloon is flying or a kite is flying. If you want to find out height of the aeroplane at which it is flying, or if you want to find out the height of a building, then you will use trigonometry. Now children, understand the definition of trigonometry. Here tri means three-sided, gon means side, metry means measurement, which you have read in your previous classes also, that metry means measurement. So here we are going to deal with three-sided figure, or I can say measurement of three-sided figure, and you know closed three-sided figure is a triangle. Here we will be discussing the trigonometric ratios with respect to an acute angle, and of course we are going to read about trigonometric identities too. So basically here we are going to learn about measurement of three sides of a given triangle. Here a thing is to be noted that in class 10th we will be just taking right angle triangle. So whatever we will be doing according to the right angle properties. Now children, if I make this right angle triangle, say this is your 90 degree. Always you take this as your ground is horizontal, and this as your building or tree or the height of the kite or height of the balloon. Okay, so here this is your 90 degree, and you know the concept from your previous classes that opposite to 90 degree, this is your hypotenuse, and the other two can be taken as perpendicular and base. So let's suppose this is your perpendicular height and this is your base. Now if it is a right angle triangle, you can always apply Pythagoras theorem. Fine. So I can write hypotenuse square equal to p square plus b square. Okay. But children, if I mention any acute angle over here, say if I am mentioning this as my acute angle theta, this acute angle I have denoted it with theta. You can take it as alpha, beta, gamma, whatever you want, and say this is your right angle triangle. So let's say this is your triangle ABC. Now children, you know that just opposite to 90 degree hypotenuse lies. So this is your hypotenuse, which is just opposite to 90 degree. Children, here you have to be note this thing, that if theta is fixed over here, then in front of theta, or I can say the side opposite to theta, will always be taken as perpendicular, and the left side will be your base. Let's suppose if I take my theta over here, this is my 90 degree, so I will say just opposite to 90 degree it will be hypotenuse, opposite to theta it will be your perpendicular, and then the leftover will be base. So here this perpendicular depends on the theta you are taking. Okay, so in front of theta it should always be perpendicular and leftover side will be base. You know this place of the hypotenuse is fixed, that means it will always lie opposite to your 90 degree. So using this concept, now we will be finding out trigonometric ratios. And what are trigonometric ratios? Since I am talking about ratios, that means I will be taking ratio of two sides. Now let's see, the ratios of two sides gives us what type of trigonometric ratio. Let's consider this right angle triangle. Here it is right angled at B. Now children, just now I told you that you have to define your theta. If say I have not defined over here theta, and if I ask you that angle A, you need to find out the trigonometric ratios at angle A. That means you need to find out the ratio of the sides at angle A. That means I am indirectly taking theta as this. Okay. If I am saying angle A, that means I am taking theta as this. So opposite to 90 degree, it is hypotenuse. Opposite to theta, this is your perpendicular, and opposite, the leftover side is your base. Now let's see the ratios of which two sides will give me trigonometric ratio. Now children, you remember this thing, that if you want to find out sine A, okay, if you want to find out sine A, that means you are taking your A as theta, okay. So your sine A will give you perpendicular upon hypotenuse. That means BC upon AC will give you sine A. Now what are trigonometric ratios here? Trigonometric ratios are the ratios of any of the two sides. If the ratio of perpendicular and hypotenuse you are taking, then it will tend to sine A. That means this P by H will give you sine A. Cos A will be your B by H. That means if you are taking ratio of base to hypotenuse, then it will give you cos A. That means B is your AB and your hypotenuse is AC. Then you have tan A. Children, these are the simplified trigonometric ratios. These are the simplest trigonometric ratios. Tan A gives you P by B. P is what? BC. B is what? AB. AB. P by B. That means perpendicular upon base, which gives you tan A. Now children, we have reciprocal of sine A, cos A and tan A. So reciprocal of sine A, that means reciprocal of sine A is also known as cosec A. You can remember like this. S, when S is coming, here C will come. Reciprocal of cos A will give you sec A. Always S and C will come. S and C will come. If it is sine A, cosec will come. If it is cos A, sec will come. Then it will be 1 by tan A. If it is 10 by A, then it is equal to cot A. Okay. Now here cosec A, sec A, which is secant, cot A means cotangent, and cosec means cosecant. So these are the 6 trigonometric ratios. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. These are the simplest trigonometric ratios. And yes, tan A in sine and cos form can be written as sine A by cos A. So tan A in its simplified form or in its simplest form can be written as sine A by cos A. Now children, here what will be the value of cosec A? Just now I have written sine A equal to P by H. So it is the reciprocal, that means cosec A is H by P. What is sec A? Sec A is reciprocal of cos A, that means H by B. Here it was B by H, that's why I have taken as H by B. This is tan A, P by B, so reciprocal of this will be B by P. Now you can remember these sequence by a simple sentence which my teacher has taught me. So it is Pandit Badri Prasad. I can write it as Pandit Badri Prasad Har Bole. So P by H will give you sine, B by H will give you cos, P by B will give you tan. And reciprocal of these will be cosec A, sec A and cot A. You can remember this sequence as Pandit Badri Prasad by Har Bole. So like this you can remember. Let's now understand the things. If the position of theta is changed, if say I take this theta over here, then what will be your sine A, cos A, tan A? Children, I told you that first of all, before going on these trigonometric ratios, you need to set the place of perpendicular, base and hypotenuse. So when I am taking theta over here, that means I told you this is 90 degree, opposite to it always hypotenuse will lie. Opposite to theta, perpendicular will lie. So I will be first of all placing my perpendicular. So just opposite to theta, it will be your perpendicular and the leftover side will be base. Now I have decided the places of hypotenuse, perpendicular and base. Now I will be finding out, since theta is on at angle C, so I will be writing it as sine C. Sine C is what? P by H. So P is what? AB. So this will be AB, and what is your H? H is AC only, so it is AC. If I want to calculate cos C, then cos C is what? B by H. Formula will remain same, only the ratios of sides will change. Here it is BC by AC and I am getting here it as AB by AC. That means according to the positions of perpendicular and base, these sides, ratio of these sides will change accordingly. If I want to calculate cos A, it is B by H. These will always remain same wherever you are taking theta, but then your B is here BC. So you will be writing it as BC by hypotenuse is AC. So I will be writing it as AC. If I want to calculate tan C, then it is P by B. So what is your perpendicular? Perpendicular is AB, and what is your base? Base is BC. So see the change in the ratios of the sides. That means ratio of the side depends on the angle you are taking. So according to angle, first of all the position of perpendicular, base and hypotenuse has to be fixed, and then you are going to find out the ratios by applying the same formula everywhere. That's it in this video. In next video we will take questions based on trigonometric ratios.